How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. A little bit of mystery beer time in a form of, we have no idea what it is because no shit Sherlock, it's a mystery beer. This one comes courtesy of my boy Max. He sent me a box of beer that broke, but UPS was kind enough to kind of repack it, put it in a different box, and it kind of made its way all the way here. So, of course, it's a stout. I always do my mystery beers first, so my palate is on point. And this looks like a big, old, gigantic stout. Knowing where Max comes from and the kind of beers that he digs, this has Treehouse Stout written all over it, but we'll see what's what. Might be barrel-aged. There might be some adjuncts going on, let's put it that way. Only because the head was nice, rich, kind of darker than I like my coffee to look like color-wise. But really, it has dissipated to nothingness real quick. And if you kind of give it just a low kind of swirl, it has a really thick kind of blue blockery kind of particulate thing going on. So, yeah, I mean, she looks like a big, old, gigantic stout going on right now. So, see if we get a nose. I mean, it doesn't smell that huge, though. I mean, rich chocolate, a little bit of nutty vibes, not necessarily peanut butter, more of like a kind of, like a cashew almond kind of thing going on. I'm not getting any kind of barreling in the nose. I mean, there's a soft cherry note that reminds me a little bit of bourbon, but there's no heat or no barrel or anything like that. It's just a rich, thick kind of chocolate, almost like a blend between a barley wine and a stout. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting off it. So, big, rich, soft roasted malts with a little bit of bittering to it, a little bit of coffee vibes, but it's not a coffee beer, at least on the nose, and it has that nice, soft kind of nutty thing I was talking about. So, yeah, I'm getting like a nutty vibe off of it. Let's see what's what. Let's dive in. Cheers. I mean, she drinks like a smaller beer. Like, we're talking like 6 to 7%. But she looks, she feels like something with a bit of heft to her. I mean, she is thick as thick can be. I mean, that is dense. That is blue blocker level shit. But it doesn't really come off that way in the taste. So, you're talking, okay, let's see, 7.2%. Somebody's Imperial Stout. I would say with some kind of added nut. And by nut, could be a soft wood element to it. Not necessarily like a barrel-aged beer, but like some kind of staves or some kind of wood added to it. Or maybe even a little bit of almond. I'm really sticking to this kind of almond thing in my brain. But I like it. I dig it. I think it's fun. I think she's sub 10%, but I think she drinks way bigger than she actually is. She comes off very much like a Treehouse beer to me, but she lacks that kind of soft lactose vibe that I get from a lot of Treehouse beers. They don't really put lactose in their stouts like that, but I get this kind of lactose thing even from their non-milk stouts, and I'm not really getting it here. It's more roasted. There's a nice sweetness to it. There is that little hint of that kind of caramel toffee that kind of led me down that barley wine blend kind of thing in the nose. But yeah, she's tasty. She's delicious. I like it. So 7.8%. Let's go there. 7.8% Imperial Stout with some kind of nut. I'll go almond and maybe some kind of spice. You know, like a coriander or nutmeg or something like that, because I get a little bit of residual kind of, not pepperiness, but like just a little bit of hotness on my tongue from something like cayenne or something like that. But very dumbed down, like it's a bit aged. But I like it. I dig it. Let's dive into this sucker, see what she's got. Yeah, this is one of the cans I got from him. The box broke this way. The wrapping's all kind of messed up and kind of looks like it was soaked because it was soaked through with other kind of beer. So maybe I'm getting the other beer notes in this one. So we'll see what's what. This is my first video I'm filming on my new iPhone. I got an iPhone 11 Pro Max. And let's see if we can just brute force this sucker in there. This is not a Treehouse beer, is it? Space and Time. What is this? Who makes... Oh, no, this is Treehouse beer. Okay, I was right. God damn it. Come on. Let's go the hard way. Yeah, I just can't get the end of it. There we go. It's 8.8% ABV. He actually put it on there because I don't think it's on the can. So I said 7.8. I was off a whole point. Space and Time is double mashed extended boil Imperial Stout. It's pure, rugged, and laced with a bold flavor function of European roasted and crystal malts. Amid a world of sweetness, Space and Time rebels, putting forth an intense flavors of baker's chocolate, roasted malt, and a firm, sturdy bitterness that entices the next sip. It asks us to reflect upon the inexorable march of time. Yeah. It's a departure from what you typically see from a Treehouse Cane, even though I butchered it. And there's that sweet 8.8% there. I really dig this beer. What time? Oh, 6/13. So you're talking about 3 months, just over 3 months on this sucker. The future is now. 2019. So yeah, I really dig this beer. It's a Core 4 Stout, and that's kind of where it was for me, except for that nut thing. I got a really big kind of almond nut vibe on it. Wasn't there, but that's what I got. But this is probably if not one of the best Treehouse Stouts I've had, because a lot of their stuff is, coffee laden, adjunct laden, this, that, and the other thing. This is a Core 4 Stout, and it's expressing a lot of those flavors that you get from a lot of adjuncts. So you're talking about those nuts, you're talking about all those different bits and pieces, but you're not getting it from an adjunct edition. You're getting it from the beer. That's the cool thing about beer. You can put anything in a beer and have the beer taste like the thing you put in it. It's way cooler to make a beer that makes you think it tastes like something else with just Core 4 ingredients, and that's why this one really kind of turns me on. So, let's cut to the chase. Is this one of the better Core 4 Stouts that I've had in quite some time? Yes. Might be up there. Might be Rushmore status. To be perfectly honest with you, I dig it. I like it. It's kind of hard for me to kind of jump into those sometimes, or those rankings, or kind of think about how good it is in the base of all the other beers I've had, only because I'm so in tune with trying to kind of dissect the beer. I rarely kind of sit back and go, how much do I really like this beer? And I really do like this beer. Value and availability, it's Treehouse. It's a stout. What is it, $4 or $5 a can? Leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like Core 4 Stouts and you want something that is complex, full of depth, and it's just really well made. I mean, this is one of the better Core 4 Stouts I've had, like I said, and if you're digging on those kind of beers, this is going to do you proper. Even if you like adjunct stouts or new school stouts, I think this is going to be a hit for everyone. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little space and time right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.